Ernie.
So people are just going to watch us eat?
Ernie, can I say something?
I'm saying.
What camera me? 43? LeBron James, you say you ain't worried? You better get damn worried. So them young boys are coming for your head.
Oh, Chuck, stop it.
No, dude, let me tell you something. I'm not saying Boston going to win the series.
They did what they're supposed to do. They won a home game.
No,
we all right.
They
okay.
didn't win the game. That was a beatdown from A to B.
Okay.
No, let me tell you something. They got some great matchups, too. And you know, all basketball is about matchups.
And adjustments.
The one adjustment, Ty Lue got to start playing some of the younger guys who are more athletic. Because Tatum, Brown, they're coming. And they're too fast for a lot of those.
Guess what? And they better come for 4 games. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I agree with that. I agree.
Everybody at this table has lost a playoff game.
It's not about the. We're not talking about the match. We're talking about matchups. The Boston, like I say, I'm not saying they're gonna win the series, but they got some great favorable matchups that the Cavs are gonna have to adjust to. Al Horford gonna have an advantage every game.
If the Cavs go 0 for 12 from 3 in the first half, if they don't have a shot,
they had made 6 of them. They would have lost by 20.
Four for 26 on that.
Can't beat nobody like that.
Well, I think the other thing that we were saying in the Toronto series, LeBron James.
Well, don't compare these Celtics to the Raptors.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's one of the greatest players in history that we've ever seen. But if you make him be a scorer and not double him like this, I would rather see him be a great passer. But when he's a great scorer, he will still find people. And I think that Boston did a great job of making him a passer. And even though he's a great passer,
I don't think it had anything to do with LeBron.
They cannot double team.
Listen, I'm not even worried about LeBron. LeBron go get it. They can't stop them Celtic players.
Chuck, how many times as fans, as players, have we been super excited after one game? Got to win 4 games.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the matchup. I don't see Al Horford. He gonna have his way. Jaylen Brown.
So Kevin Love don't have a shot if he play a little harder and play like the Kevin Love that we want to play. Does he have a shot? Yes or no?
He can't handle him down low one-on-one. Now, they have nobody for Jaylen Brown. They have nobody for Jason Tatum. They have some physical advantages that the Cavs, if they played this unit they're playing now, can't match up with them. Like I say, I'm not saying Boston going to win the series, but there are some physical advantages that the Celtics have.
I'm just saying after one game.
I'm just talking about the matchups, big fella.
Can I finish my statement, big dog?
No, I don't want to hear you.
Okay, well.
Big fella, big dog. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying after one game, we don't get super excited. They play well. They did what they're supposed to, but they still got to do 3 more games.
You have to see if the adjustment you make works. And then that's when the panic button comes. Because, okay, well, you might have caught me off guard. I didn't realize you were going to double me as much. I didn't realize this was. Now I know. Now I make the adjustment, and if it still works, that's when you start going like this to the panic button, because then it looks like the series can be won.
And Chuck, I can say this: it's a must-win for the Cavs, psychologically, physically, matchup-wise.
I don't think it's a must-win. I don't think it's a must-win.
If they lose this game, then all this stuff you're starting to talk about, start to, play
but still, Boston will have only done what Boston's supposed to do, and that's the first.
But to me, Ernie, it's going to be curious.
But you got to stop these little cats.
Ty Lue going to have to change the starting lineup. Yeah, they're not athletic enough to play with the starting lineup he got right now. They cannot play from an athletic standpoint with the Boston Celtics.
But Ty Lue actually changed the lineup to get to this one and get past Toronto.
Yeah, that was Toronto.
So now he makes the same adjustment.
Well, even when he go back to the Indiana series.
But he couldn't have changed the lineup after sweeping Toronto and go, I'm going to start a new lineup.
Yeah, but I think last night he realized, these guys are really fast. My guys can't guard them. It's kind of like when the Celtics played the Sixers. Like, you could play Ilyasova, Bellinelli, and those guys against Miami because Miami stinks. But Jason Tatum, those guys, when they saw those guys, they're like, these guys can't stop me at all.